The Torah uses an unusual phrase to introduce a mitzvah this week. We're told that if you happen to chance upon a mother bird sitting on top of her offspring or eggs in a nest, you have to shoo away the mother bird before you can take those offspring or those eggs. The classic explanation for this is that that's the situation. It's not every day that we pass by a mother bird sitting on top of her offspring. But one commentator sees this as a metaphor. If you chance upon a specific mitzvah, any mitzvah, and it really speaks to you, it has resonance, you should nurture that. You should cultivate it. You should master it. You should own it so that it becomes your signature mitzvah. Kind of like Pete Townshend's windmill or Allen Iverson's crossover dribble.
Nice move by Allen Iverson.
Sending the mother bird away, this commentator continues, is also a metaphor that the usual rules don't apply when you master your signature mitzvah. Typically, you're only allowed to be moser nefesh. You're only allowed to sacrifice your life if, God forbid, somebody points a gun at your head or otherwise threatens you with death unless you commit one of the 3 cardinal sins: adultery, idolatry, or murder. But, this commentator suggests, if it's your signature mitzvah, then you can give up your life for that as well. A classic example of this is during the Purim story, when Mordechai refuses to bow to Haman. He could have figured out a way to bow in a manner that wouldn't have been idolatrous. But he understood that he was an Ish Yemini. He was a descendant of the tribe of Benjamin. And he knew that his forefather Benjamin was the only one of Jacob, Yaakov's sons, that did not bow down to Uncle Esav, Yaakov's brother, when they reconciled, because Benjamin had not been born yet. Haman was a descendant of Amalek, who was a descendant of Esav. Mordechai, as a descendant of Benjamin, felt that he's not going to bow down no matter what, even on pain of death. Maimonides refines this one step further. There's a famous phrase in the Talmud that tells us that because God wants to give merit to the Jews, he gives us many, many mitzvahs. The usual understanding of that is that God prohibits things that we wouldn't bother with anyway. Even without a prohibition, we wouldn't eat blood or ants or worms and the like. But God turns those into prohibitions so that when we refrain, we gain reward. Maimonides says, no, that's not what it's referring to. God gives us many, many mitzvahs. Why? So that for each person, there will be at least one that really speaks to him or her. And hopefully, while mastering that mitzvah, at least one time in your life, you'll do a perfect mitzvah. You'll do it with the perfect intensity, with the perfect intent, with the perfect concentration for no ulterior motive at all. If you do that, you can go up to heaven as the master of a mitzvah in general and the author, hopefully, of at least one perfect mitzvah, which will be of incalculable value on your eventual judgment day.